Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's time to do a video. Doing something a little bit different today. We're gonna head out to my studio, as I like to call it, in my garage. If you guys didn't know that already, you know that's what I do. Studio in the garage. Give you a little glimpse of that real quick here. We got lights, camera, second camera, more lights. Yeah, here's a little bit behind the scenes of what I do. Now we're good to go. We're in the frames, we're recording, and today we're talking about something that I've talked about before. We're finally ready to launch it. We're finally ready to get things going. So let's get that started right now. Hey guys, what's going on? As you saw, we got a little bit behind the scenes, which really brings me to what we're talking about today. Today we're talking about Patreon. I've talked about this before a little bit, trying to get things prepared for it, and today I'm finally ready to launch that out to the public, and I will be promoting that obviously because people have asked me about this. They ask me about it quite often. Hey, how can I support you? Are you going to do a Patreon? What's the deal? Well, here's the deal. Got it all set up, ready to go. I debated between different tiers and levels and things like that, and I wanted to make it the most affordable for you, my viewer, who supports me, who appreciates what I do here, and I want to be able to support you and appreciate you and, you know, show you guys that I really do enjoy doing this for you. Go over there. I'll put a link in the description. It's just patreon.com/itcareerquestions. And there's only 2 tiers. And it's really, I think that's the best way that I can do it right now at this point. So you have $1 a month. You know, what does $1 a month get you? $1 a month gets you my undying gratitude and appreciation. Of course, right? I mean, that's like a given. Like, I appreciate you giving me $1. Like, that's huge. You guys don't have to give me $1 and don't feel obligated at all to join this because I'm going to do a lot of what I do here on YouTube regardless if you join me on Patreon or not, but you do get other perks. You get access to Patreon specific content. So basically what I might throw out on the timeline and different things of that nature, maybe behind the scenes. It's going to be, as long as you put in $1, you're going to see different things than you would normally see on YouTube. You get to connect with other Patreons. So as long as we have a nice group of people, you guys will all get to connect together and talk with each other, get involved in whatever it is that you're looking to do. Maybe the other Patreons who join can also share their advice to you if you're looking for advice. And that's just going to be greatly appreciated, greatly helpful on my end, on your end, on everybody's end. You also get early access to videos. So when I start putting out videos, much like this one, if you are a Patreon or a patron rather, you would have early access to this video. So that might be a day or 2 days in advance before it actually gets published out on YouTube. You will have that early access feature. So I think that's a really cool thing, just to give you guys like a, you know, here's what I'm putting out. You get to see it before everybody else. So that's really neat. You guys also get top priority in video suggestions. So if you guys at the $1 a month say, Zach, I really want you to do a video on different college degrees. Zach, I really want you to do a video on more interview tips. Well, you guys get #1 priority in suggesting these types of videos for me, and I add that to my list of videos to create, and then obviously I'll do them for you. So that is what you get at the $1 a month tier on Patreon. The $5 a month Patreon, which again, I greatly appreciate if you do this, and again, don't feel obligated, but you get a lot more with the $5 a month. You get a ton for $5 a month, I feel like. You get everything you would get in the $1, which is great. You get a live chat. This is what I'm really excited about. Everybody who joins at $5 a month will get to have a live chat with me. So we'll set up a private like Google Hangouts, so everybody who's in that $5 a month tier will go on, we'll do Google Hangouts, and we'll chat. So it's specifically related to Patreons only, and we'll just have a very exclusive chat, completely unfiltered on my end, because obviously YouTube, I have to censor myself somewhat, but when we go over to Patreon, it's going to be completely uncensored, 0 Fs given, basically. Give it to you how it's supposed to be, right? So that's what I'm really excited for, just to open up and be whoever I want to be, essentially. And of course, give you guys the advice that you're looking for. Aside from the live chat, you guys will get a video shout out. So when you join, you'll get a video shout out in one of my videos, like one of my next videos that I create. And I'll just give you guys a shout out. All the Patreons will get a shout out. I'll put something in the end of videos where it kind of says thank you to each person who's in that $5 tier. And you'll see that in some of the videos that I create. Every time a new person joins, we'll do that same type of thing. So that's really cool, just to show you guys, hey, I appreciate you. Here's a shout out to you. Thank you very much. I do greatly appreciate it, and I hope you guys do join it at one of these levels, but don't feel obligated, of course. The next thing that you guys get with the $5 tier is a private Facebook group. So I have a private IT Career Questions Facebook group. I have other IT professionals who have joined that Facebook group. So if you guys have questions, just want to chat with the other Patreons, you guys join, get access to this Facebook exclusive group, and we'll talk, we'll chat, we'll do whatever we need to do to get you help, or just talk about life. You know, that's what that's there for. It's for you guys. The next thing that you guys get is the priority Q&A. So you guys have a question and I will have an answer. Now that is going to be very limited based on how many questions you guys actually have. So don't try to abuse that in any way, but I will answer your questions. If you guys have an email, you guys hit me up on Facebook. As long as you guys are a patron, I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can and answer your questions for you exclusively. And last but not least, in the $5 a month Patreon tier, you guys get early access and behind the scenes. So any type of thing that I'm doing behind the scenes that I think I should share to Patreon, I will upload it, share it, and show you guys kind of what I'm working on, what I'm doing, that I can't necessarily put on YouTube all the time because it wouldn't make sense to have a full or short video kind of showing you guys maybe a little bit what I'm doing. If it's something that I'm stuck on where I'm actually studying, or just I want to show you guys what I'm currently working on, that's kind of the behind the scenes that you'll get. And then the early access is all the different courses and things that I'm putting together. So right now, really plugging away at this interview course that I'm going to release, and you guys will get early access to that, just so you guys can go through it and you guys can give me your feedback, because I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. So as long as you're at that $5 a month, you'll get that beta early access to any type of content that I put out. So that's really cool feature that helps us both here. So that's really all that I have for the Patreon tiers. So if you guys have any questions about these Patreon tiers, make sure that you hit me up in the comments or send me an email, ask me more questions about it. But again, don't feel obligated to join this stuff. It's there for you guys. It's there for all of us, really, to help each other out. So that's Patreon. If you guys join, I greatly appreciate it. If you don't, you're still going to see content from me here, but you won't see all the cool stuff that I offer over on Patreon. So that's all I got for you guys today. This video went on a lot longer than I wanted it to. So as always, take it easy.